BTG Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play, first pass for Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a carry for Bernard. And he's got some space. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for James Conner, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw is Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take over. NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready? 11.
Quickly to the air is Burrow.
And his first look is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go. 11 MT. Stop.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
11 mighty. 12.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chidobe with a pick.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fields this way up.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Succop for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their... He's got a man complete!
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
That is taken in by Hurst. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Hayden Hurst, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Here we go, here we go. 11 coming.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Brady now on first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's Miller, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Throwing now is Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
11.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. Play action. It's Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this one is incomplete. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Burrow will throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10 to Mixon on the check down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
11 empty, hey! 11 empty.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Brady going to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
11 MT, Tate. 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. Dot.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Brady. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to Otten.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Brady. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
1-1, ready?
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game.
Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 72 yards.
And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the deep.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the...
Fournette, a first down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Again, here's Bernard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 33 yards.
And the Buccaneers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. To throw, Burrow. Pass complete, Hurst. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Pardon, you gotta like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Burrow.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short doors underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Throwing, Burrow. Again, that's Hurst.
7 yards on the pickup there. Now they've got it 1st and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow.
Rolling to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught. On the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
And understandably, this crowd is in an absolute frenzy. But they've got to back it off a little bit, let the guys operate, and they need to take a deep breath as well. They've still got to get a 2-point conversion in order to tie this one.
A final shot now for Burrow. It's caught at the 1. And, oh, he stopped short of the goal line. And the defense celebrates as they've won the football game. A harsh way to lose this when the comeback bid there at the very end, falling just a little bit short. Probably had the play they wanted dialed up but couldn't convert.
And that's always where it's difficult because they had no choice here. It wasn't a decision to kick it and go to overtime or anything like that. No, they had to go for two to try and tie it up and get to overtime. They had their play dialed up, didn't get it done, and that's really tough because in today's NFL, you have a bigger list of two-point conversion type plays, and you actually work on it during the week in practice. As you noted, they just didn't convert there.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Allen will try again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Allen. Throw left. The ball comes out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
From the 10, 1st and goal.
Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of the touchdown Bills.
Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On play action, now Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
Yeah, boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. It's complete to Diggs.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Touchdown! Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking end zone for Jones. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. 39 yards.
And the Buccaneers are back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. It's complete to Cook. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Allen to throw once more.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now Allen. Quick hitter here is complete. Touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bills have taken a a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Brady now on first down. This is caught by Evans.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw, it's Brady.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He drops it off for Bernard.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So after the INT, it's Allen.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
To the air, Allen. And Diggs has it. And some room to run now. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now Allen again. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down.
And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Brady will look to throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Allen. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He finds his target. It's Evans.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Flush to his right.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Evans has it left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Brady now on 1st down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he stopped immediately there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Brady to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
On first down, Bernard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete.
And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll find Diggs once more on the completion.
13 yards on the play. And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
56.
Allen now on 1st down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bucs 36-yard line.
Five wide.
And again, it's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Pass on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Fielded right around the 8. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Allen. That's complete. It's Cook.
And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Throwing is Allen.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it, that's done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.